Welcome to a new test and teardown video. This time it's another Tektronix. The 1411 generator is what they say right here. But it is a sync generator, a color bar generator. Definitely a TV station, great quality. Super duper tip top unit. Look at that. Full deep 2 unit high. It looks really modern and fancy and all that. But you know what? I was able to find the manual, and that is from 1977. That is a little bit impressive. So what are we going to find inside? Oh yeah, about the 1411 type number. That is the PAL version. The 1410 is the NTSC. And the 1412, that will be the PAL M version. I was able to find another one just like this on eBay. For only 149 euros. So they are, of course, not worth a lot of gold anymore. But back in the old days, this kind of stuff would cost a fortune. It looks like we can just easily open it like this. Oh, I need to show you the back. 27 BNC connectors for all the connectivity. Oh, that is some. Can you imagine setting all this up and what can it do and what not? Different modules and different upgrades and remote control. Okay, transformers all the way back here. I can't wait to look inside. Even the transformer is a little bit bigger than first anticipated. I would have not imagined. Look at the size of everything here, but it is really big and heavy duty. Got some real nice power. Look at that. It's for low loss power distribution. And voltage reference in a socket, oscillator, oven. I mean, they just made everything as crazy accurate as possible. So everything is, of course, analog, full of analog chips and counters and whatnot. What is that one? I don't know yet. Maybe we can figure it out. Oh yeah, that will be the time delay and all that in at the color burst or something like that, right? And in here there is a variable inductor of some sort that is adjusted when you move the timing on the front. This one, look at all those Schirmer capacitors. So for the alignment of this unit, probably a little bit of a nightmare, I would assume. Let's try and visualize it like this. Let's try and power it up for the first time and see if it's using 60 watts, and it definitely looks like, look at that. I think we got TV synchronization. I I'll just use the black burst output. And now I'll try and set up my synchronization here and see if I can figure out where is the color bars. Maybe I should enable some stuff. Maybe it's in this one. This is the PAL. So when I put this in, it goes crazy for a second and then... Okay, so this is a composite synchronization. So, ooh, this is all subcarrier going on, and it says here 4.435 la 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 megahertz. So this is a constant subcarrier for the television studio. All right, and here is my. But I was looking for a black burst where the color, where the burst should also be, but there is no burst. Where's my color burst? So maybe I should, yeah, I should try and poke around with this for a little while. Oh, see, when I exercise this, then we get the color burst for a tiny little second. So maybe, yeah, okay, I was able to figure this out now. We got color burst and all that, and it has, of course, something to do with external or internal synchronization. So once this is done, then my black burst signal, that is the color burst as well, is obviously generated. And if we zoom in a little bit, you can see that, yeah, this is the picture start, and that will be the previous lines. So if I zoom in here, you'll see this is the line synchronization and the color burst. And the reason for this to blink is it's in and outside. It's alternating phase per line, and this is exactly what PAL stands for, a phase alternating line. And that is why colors are so nice and stable, because the phases, they are inverted from line to line. But that is another video about PAL standards. I didn't really want to go into super details about all that. So I think we should try and see if there's any connectors on the back that will be able to give us any kind of color bars. I definitely want the color bars. That is what I came for. So where are they? Let's go on the back. Ha ha! Look what I found. That looks a lot like color bars. So they are nicely available on that connector right there. I should probably go and get a little TV screen so we can have a little look, but it's that easy to see what we got here if you know a little bit about TV signals. So I've been lying a little bit to you. Look at this color bar signal. There's something wrong with that signal, and it's quite easy to see because I took my screen here and it says, oops, no picture. What is missing? Let me give you a hint. Here you go. The missing synchronization pulse. That one. And now the screen, of course, detected it perfectly fine. And all you have to do is click on the... Where's the color? Here you go. You can change the different colors and faces and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, the colors from this one doesn't really get nice and fine on my camera here. I'm so sorry about that. But we definitely got the color bars, and I was playing around with the different. Yeah, that is the, see, the level of the color bar. That is the different modes. So you can do color bar and gray bar in the same picture. And this looks, of course, a lot different on an oscilloscope. We got a little bit of problems with this thing. I don't understand exactly why it is this big. Yeah, okay, here we go. See, this is the gray bar. And if we think that is the start of the picture, and then we have the color bars with the phases. You can see all the different phase modulations that gives the different colors. And they'll just level without any color information in the intensity. So that is how it more or less works, really. So yes, it can do all the color bars and stuff that I need. But it is probably the biggest, most crazy solution for just some color bars. But well, maybe we can trade this one for a much smaller little color bar thingy. So I can hear some relays and whatnot. I don't know how much I can pull this apart, because lifting up the different boards would require me to unscrew shafts and everything mechanically here as well, at least with this module, and probably also some of the other modules are around here. But we can of course enjoy the modules a little bit from here. What I have seen so far, I'm looking a little bit on the ICs. 79 and another one 79. So yeah, maybe this. Oh, an 80. So yeah, I think at least this module here is probably from 1980. Let's see if we can get a better view of the next one. Oh, that one I should be able to pull. It's quite typical when I open stuff and do all sorts of inspect rounds. I find things like this. This was mounted wrong or without paying attention to detail. Of course, these cable holders here, they should be like that, right? And then they hold the cables like that. See, now there's space for this cable. Cannot be up here. You know, if only people paid attention to these kind of things. And it's a little bit the same here with this one. We got some potential things to look for when you assemble things. Many people do this wrong. So I was able to get at least the next module out. And this one is called the color bar logic. And of course it's just made with counters and gates and analog multiplexers and all kind of stuff like that. It is really, really beautiful. I think... Oh yeah, look at that. So that will be the burst of this and burst that, and that will be the different colors that it's selecting. You just dial it in here, analog. How sexy. And if you look a little bit underneath that capacitor, I don't know if the camera picks this up, but I think I can see some of those acid damages. So it probably need a capacitor change quite soon. Between this board and the next one that is also related to the color bars, there is this shield I pulled up. So this one also connects down to those pins down here. It is amazing. And it's loose pins in all of them motherboards, so they had to like hold these somehow while they were solder them to make them stay perfectly aligned and all that. Look at that. It is amazing, this build. And this is the other board of the color bar system. And this one is called the output, color bar output. So it's full of all the analog high frequency phasing, muxing stuff. And you can imagine what happens if something like this just falls out. See? It could easily just go in here or not a lot of other places, but I can definitely see a problem here. And this is why I'm really, really careful when I pull stuff apart like this, not to take it too far apart. And I also take a lot of pictures down and in, and where are all the connectors, the different colors goes this way, and it's aligned like this, and this kind of color is up or down, and all these things. Maybe you don't see this all the time in my videos, but this is the only way I can remember how to put stuff back again and have everything working perfectly fine. I've been poking around and to see if I was able to pull out any of the other boards, and it's not just super easy. So what I want to do is just show them here from the edge, and you probably get a pretty good idea about how much super sexy stuff is going on in this unit. It's quite heavily packed. And all of these, also a lot of the transistors, they go in sockets. And that is also quite common in 70s, 80s. I don't know if we can get some. Oh yeah, now it's nice and focus again, 80. You got this custom tech chip. Oh yeah, on the, where are they? Yeah, on this board, the first one, see? Also tech chips all along, and there are probably some analog multiplexers or some analog timing circuits for all sorts of stuff, and they're all the way here. Tons of inputs and outputs and what not going on. See, pulse output amplifier thingy. Yeah, I really don't want to show a lot more about this fantastic unit. It's just crazy, to be honest, how complex this one could have been with all the options in here. And I should probably see if I can figure out how expensive. What was the sale price back in 1980 or something like that? If anybody knows where to find this, if you got it, if I didn't find it, please comment with stuff like that. It is also always a lot of fun to know what was the sale price back then. So that will be the oven oscillator. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.